Welcome home. Look, guys, I fixed the echo. I did it! Now my room's not echoey anymore. Hi, guys. Hello. Hello. How are you doing? Happy Friday! Happy Friday! It's Friday. It's Friday. Are you guys enjoying your Friday? Your weekend has begun! Or at least it'll begin in a few hours, depending on when you get off work. Or unless you know, this Friday is not your Friday. You know what I mean? People be like, it's my Friday and it's Tuesday. That's how people be like. Firehouse messed up my sandwich. How are you, boss? Well, we gotta kill him. That's just what you gotta eat. We gotta go kill him. Oh, okay. Let's go kill him. Hello! I'm off Friday night. Yippee! Yippee! Go swim in the pool or the beach. Go cool off. It's so hot. It's so hot. I have my fan going, but it's not enough. It's still hot. It's still hot. Yeah. People do be like that, yeah. And thank you, iTrauma. Dibiga. Yeah, dibiga. Dibiga. It's true. Dibiga. And thank you, Glass of Milk. Happy 7 months? Yeah, 7 months. Happy 7 months. Hi, Emoji. Hello. And thank you, Markian. Happy 7 months as well. What did I do 7 months ago? Huh? What caused a bunch of people to join 7 months ago? Oh, hey, 7 months already. Thanks for the fun stuff, Mozu. No problem. Oh, I can't wink. No. It has to be both eyes. Has to be both eyes. Ironic, it's extremely cold right now. Is it cold for everyone in the southern hemisphere? Cause I know your seasons are opposite, right? At least I know it is in Australia. In Australia. Does everybody wait? Is South America in winter right now? Like all of South America? All of it? A relay, maybe. A relay of what? I forgot what I... Oh! Maybe I did a relay 7 months ago? Did I? I don't remember. How long ago was my birthday? Oh god. I'm eating spaghetti! One of the Mozumites got me spaghetti! Thank you! So I used to have a different pasta on my treat stream, right? From a restaurant, like an actual restaurant, like a sit-down place. And it was the cheapest pasta they have on the menu. Because if you don't know how it goes, TreatStream has a money limit. So if your final order on the delivery service, including tip and delivery fees and all that stuff, if it exceeds $28.99, you can't put it on there, right? So your entire order from the delivery place has to be under $28.99, right? Well, what does this actually mean? How much does that mean you can actually spend on food? Well, that makes it so, like, the limit is, like, I would say maybe $15 worth of food, right? Which, if you want, like, an actual meal, can be pretty difficult on delivery services. Because delivery services, not only do you have all these charges, like, to even get it delivered in the first place, but everything is marked up. Everything's marked up on delivery services. There's way more expensive than it would be if you, like, did it through the actual restaurant's app, or if you went there in person, like, called it in, right? So that being said, the previous place I had on there, for some reason, a lot of pizza places, their pasta is expensive. I've been shocked. Like, so like their pizza will be like, oh, $10.99. I'm like, okay, that's reasonable. That's reasonable for a pizza. That's pretty cheap. And then it'll be like $28.99 for their pasta. Like, oh, you want some Alfredo? That's gonna be $28. It's like, whoa, what? $28? How big is this thing? I have to assume I don't really put much stock in them having good portion sizes personally, right? So that being the case, this one restaurant, I was like, oh, I would really love pasta in there because I eat pasta all the time, right? So this one restaurant, it was baked ziti. Baked ziti was the cheapest pasta they had, and it didn't have any meat in it. It was literally just like tomato sauce ziti with some cheese on top. That's all it was. And it came with one garlic knot. And it was like $15. It was literally like the complete edge of what I could put on TreatStream. And I was like, dang, that's crazy, but this is the cheapest one I could find. So I put it on there. I'm not gonna lie, the mites bought it from me a couple times, and I ate it every time, but I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty not good. When I ate it, I'm not going to lie to you, I don't think they seasoned it at all. I think it was literally just canned tomato sauce, and then they put like, it wasn't even Parmesan, it was like sprinkled mozzarella on top. I think that's literally what it was. And every time it arrived, they packed it in like a styrofoam takeout container. So every time it got here, it was like watery because all the condensation accumulated, and then it would leak onto all the pasta, and the pasta was like watery, and the cheese was no longer hot, so it turned into like a sheet on top that would peel off when you tried to get pieces. And the tomato sauce had no flavor because they didn't season it. It literally was just plain tomato sauce, right? So that being said, I was like, okay, I'm gonna take this off TreatStream because I don't think this is worth the money you guys are having to pay for it, right? But then I found a new option. I was surprised. There is a pizza buffet. There's actually a lot of pizza buffets in the South, but this one I was surprised to see because I don't believe it's a chain. I don't believe it's a chain. I'm not gonna lie, I've actually been to this pizza buffet and I thought it was bad. I thought it was a bad buffet. I did not like it. Like Cici's Pizza, yeah, but Cici's Pizza is a chain, right? This one I don't think is a chain. But I'm just gonna say, like, compared to Cici's Pizza, it is not a deal. I prefer Cici's Pizza, right? So I go to this one. I've gone to this one before, and it was like, how do I describe it? It has like a really small little buffet bar. It's a really small buffet bar, and there's like literally 6 pizzas, and that is the entire buffet. That's the entire buffet. So I didn't expect much when I saw it pop up on the delivery services. So I was like, oh wow, this is on here? Well, I guess I should peruse, right? I prefer Cece's, first time for everything. I think Cece's isn't bad. I love mac and cheese. I can't get mac and cheese anywhere except Cece's and like country fairs. Mac and cheese is the best. I love it. I love mac and cheese. Every time I go to Cece's, I beeline for the pizza area and I go, "Can you make the mac and cheese?" And they're like, "Okay." Okay. Yeah, usually it's like the 6-year-olds coming up and asking for that, but all right. I will say Cece's pizza brownies are disgusting. They're actually abysmal. On the flip side, their apple pie pizza is really yummy. It's good. But anyways, this buffet was on there, right? So I'm like, okay, well, let's see what they have, because I haven't had much luck putting pizza place items onto TreatStream with like other places, right? So I look and I'm like, holy granola, this place is cheap. Because I guess they make it out of like, I don't know, maybe they like grind up chicken gizzards and that's how they make the pizza or something. Because it's cheap, it's so cheap. So like the baked ziti from that one place was like $15-ish. It was over, it was over $15. Well, if you want spaghetti and meatballs, it was like $9. $9 from this place. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. I want to try that. See maybe if they have better pasta. Thank you, Orange Robot. Currently I work inside where it's nice and cool. How are you handling the hot weather, Mozu? Walking around in your birthday suit like you used to? What do you mean used to? When did I stop? Did I stop? When did I say no? It's quite toasty here. I have my fan going, but my PC lets off so much heat. So much heat. I should probably close Roblox, huh? Oh yeah, it timed out anyways. Just close it. So I put the pasta on there, the spaghetti and meatballs, and one of the Mozumites bought it today, and it arrived, and it's sitting next to me. Oh my god, it's literally like twice the portion size. $9 for meatballs plural? Yeah, it's $9. $9 for spaghetti and meatballs. I'm looking at it. They put a bunch of meatballs in it, and the meatballs actually taste pretty good. So it's like this huge portion size. They packed it in a way so that there would be no condensation. It's way cheaper. And guess what? Guess what? So it comes like, okay, the last one, it came with one garlic knot, right? And every time it came, the garlic knot soaked up all the water, so it was literally like soggy wet bread, right? This one, they packaged it separately, and they gave me three garlic knots. Oh my god, jackpot! I won the lottery. I don't get it. It's crazy. It's crazy. They have to be like chopping up children's fingers or something, cause I don't know how else they get it that cheap and then that much quantity. Enjoy the summer, Mojo. Thank you. Yeah, I need more. I wanna go swimming. I don't know if I can. Dang, that's a great deal. Yeah. So that has replaced the baked ziti. I was surprised. I also put listen, okay, before you guys look at my treat stream and you're like, what the hell is that, Mozu? There's something on the treat stream called cream. There's no way around it. It's literally a cream pie. It's a cream pie, okay? Don't be weird about it. They have dessert pizza, and one of the dessert pizzas is a cream pizza pie. I want to try it. But yeah, it is a little sus. As a sus name. But it really is. It's straight up a cream pie. Yeah. So that's one of the things I really want to try. You don't see that every day. I feel like most of the time, desserts at pizza places is either chocolate or cinnamon. That's like the two. Sometimes maybe apple, but for the most part, it's gonna be like chocolate or cinnamon. Yeah. So seeing like a custard one is interesting. Oh, thank you, Aichama. Thank you, Aichama. How's my my mic sound, by the way? Do you guys notice any difference yet? To be fair, there's still a lot of work to be done. Like, only some of the panels... I'm gonna talk more about, like, the whole thing with the panels in a second. But just with what we've changed so far, what do you think? Does it sound, What do you say? Does it sound better, a little less echoey? Or does it sound about the same? Mic sounds like usual. Okay, doesn't sound any less echoey. Well, so first off, I never thought it sounded bad before, to be honest. Well, it's not that my mic sounds bad, it's that it sounds echoey. Because it's bouncing off in the room. So before I moved, my mic sounds better because it wasn't as echoey. And I think one of the big reasons for that was because I had a big carpet. I can hear a little echo still, okay. Well, that's okay because the walls are not covered yet. The walls are not fully covered yet. They only put a couple up, so yeah. Yeah, I think we got psyoped because now I'm looking for echoes. Well, it's alright. It's not done yet. It's not done yet. So, first off, let me check the message. Man, why does TreeStream log me out every single day? It never wants me to stay logged in. It always wants me to be logged out. It's not that deep, bro. It doesn't need to be that secure. That's all it says. Thank you, Aichama. Uh-oh, I lost all my chats. Come back. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Chat, go down. Chat, revive. There you go. It's not worth reading, don't worry about it. Did you get the Strombo the other day? Yeah, I ate the whole thing. Actually, it was kind of weird because the lady who brought it, she was like very ESL. So usually when I get deliveries, I have it set, like literally instructions every time. Just put it on the ground, in front of the door, and ring the doorbell. Actually, I actually think it says don't even ring the doorbell because I'll just like come out with whenever I get the notification, right? Well, this lady, she walked right up and kept knocking on my door. Knock, 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 knock. And I'm like, oh crap. So I go and I answer the door. And she hands it to me and I'm like, thanks. Thank you. And then I close the door. And then I go to put it on, the table. And then like a minute later. And I'm like, what? So then I go and I open the door and she's like, I need to take a picture. And I'm like, okay. So then I go, I go and get the pizza, or well, not pizza, stromboli. I'm holding the stromboli and she takes a picture of me holding the stromboli and like, I look terrible. Like, okay, thank you. She's like, yes, bye-bye. And then she leaves. Leave the food on the ground and back away slowly. Yeah, so that was what happened with the stromboli. Stromboli is good though. That place is very good value. I mean, pizza buffets might be like sleeper hits when it comes to delivery. I think that was this vampire trying to get in. Mostly with the pizza, like one of those fish catch photos. Yeah. Was I wearing a bra? I don't remember. I hope it was not in frame. Oh, was the strombo from the same place as the pasta then? Yeah. The dessert pizza, the pasta, the stromboli, all that's from like the pizza buffet. Yeah. What was I talking about? Ah! Okay. Yeah! The renovations! Yes. So, where do I begin? So my stepdad, 8 billion years ago, when I first moved into my new house, he told me he would put up my soundproofing panels on my walls because here's the problem. So the panels are quite large, but the problem is that they won't fit on the walls perfectly. They have to be cut. And I can't cut through wood. I don't have a saw, right? That's the main thing. I don't have a saw. So, oh man, it's making me depressed. Look at it. So I'll keep explaining. So I waited like a year because my stepdad's very unreliable, right? He's really unreliable, but I didn't know who else to ask, okay? I didn't know who else to ask. I wasn't really sure what to do there, right? So it takes a year to get my stepdad to actually come out and put these panels in the wall. He kept always like, oh yeah, I'll do it, no problem. There's no problem, right? And these panels were bought by the mites, and they're very expensive. I mean, well, I say they're very expensive. They're pretty expensive. So, like, a box of these panels, 4 panels come inside the box. They're made of wood, and it's like a little over $100, if I remember correctly, for 1 box of panels, right? Not including the shipping, because it's really expensive. Like, they're really heavy, right? Should have offered him a 6-pack. He actually doesn't drink beer. I gave him a soda though. But what was I gonna say? So, my dream. I dreamt of this. I was like, I'm so excited to own a house and have my fancy soundproofing panels put on the wall that are super beautiful wood soundproofing panels. And so I had to clear everything out of my room, right? And he's really unreliable. He's like, all right, baby, I'm on the way. I'm gonna be there in like 30 minutes. 3 hours passed by. I'm just so held up at work right now. I mean, I'm sorry, but I really gotta take care of stuff right now. I'm like, well, okay, listen, I got no problem if you need more time. Just don't tell me you're gonna be here in 30 minutes because I've unplugged my entire setup and I can't do anything except sit around and wait for you to get here. So please, just you know, just give me a time and stick to it. It can be later. That's fine. Get another one. I'll be there soon. Another 3 hours. So I ended up wasting 2 entire days waiting for him to show up. And he told me not. It wasn't just gonna be him. He said, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna be there, and I'm gonna get Billy Bob. Billy Bob gonna come with me. He gonna help me put it up." I'm like, okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, sure. So I wait 2 whole days. 2 whole days. I can't do any work whatsoever. Not even like I can't do recording or like no work because my computer is completely unplugged and I'm expecting somebody to walk in at any moment, right? I had to move all the stuff off my desk so that it could be moved later. Right? So after waiting and wasting so much time, my stepdad finally comes at like 2 p.m. yesterday, something like that. Which is fine, as just I would have preferred to just be told it was gonna be 2 p.m. instead of having to sit around and wait and waste like days of work, right? But whatever. I've waited a year to get these up and he's doing it for free, right? That's kind of him. It's kind of him to take the time out of his day and do it. Would have probably been faster to go get the tools and do it yourself. Well, here's the thing. So, I tried to put them up. What I see most people do is they either got like really thick staples or screws or nails, and they would just nail into the felt part, the black part of the thing, so it's invisible. You wouldn't be able to see it, right? Just go through the felt and attach it to the wall, right? Well, I started doing that, but then I got nervous because I was like, ooh, I don't have a stud detector and I really don't want to damage any piping or anything that could be in the walls. So I'm worried. I don't know. I'll leave it to my stepdad because he's a professional, right? I know he's done house stuff before, so I'll leave it to him because he'll know how to keep it safe, right? And I'm like, yeah, I don't have a stud detector, and also I'm not gonna be able to cut the panels myself, so I'm gonna leave it to him, right? So I did put them on the walls And then I was like, ooh, I don't want to continue any further. Cause like, yeah, I don't wanna actually like hurt something, right? Well, first off, my stepdad, he didn't bring a stud detector, and I was like, oh, are you using a stud detector? And he was like, nah, you don't need that. So first off, the thing that prevented me from doing it myself, he doesn't even care about it. He's just gonna do whatever. He's just doing whatever he wants. I'm like, oh, okay. So, without asking me or consulting me on how I want them put up, I'm just like, yeah, I want them on the walls. He gets his drill out. How heavy are these things exactly? They're very heavy. Too heavy for me. Like, I cannot pick up the boxes with them in, right? Like the boxes have 4 panels in them, I can't pick them up or anything. I have to kind of like, drag them and like waltz them like a piece of furniture on the corners of the box. That's how heavy they are. I can't actually like properly move it. But that being said, pulls out his drill and he starts drilling directly into the wood panels. Let me get a picture of these panels for you. Hold on. Just so you can see like what they're supposed to look like. I'm so sad. Yeah, I'm pretty sad, I'm not gonna lie. Like, looking at these make me so sad. Okay, hold on. Get my chat back up. Alright. Here's a picture. When you install them, they're supposed to look seamless. Like you have a nice seamless wood slat wall, right? So the way it works is you have these wood slats and they come out a little bit, right? And then behind it is felt, right? So the depth of it helps soak up some of that sound, and then the felt part also soaks up the sound, right? He gets out his drill and he starts drilling directly into the wood slats. Well, first off, I actually had some nailed to the wall already, but he takes out all my nails and he takes them off the wall. He's like, nah, you can't be putting nails in them. That'll go right in the wall. And I'm like, what? Like, what? The thing I didn't understand was like, wait, what's wrong with it being in the wall? Isn't that like the whole point? Like, that's the whole point, is it's supposed to be in the wall, right? Yeah, like, it goes in the wall. I'm not a renter, I own the house. I'm fine with it being in the wall. Like, these are not like command strip things. These are expensive wooden panels. But anyways, he's like, nah, that's not how you do it. He's like, I'm gonna screw him in. I'm like, well, okay, yeah. In my head, I'm thinking he's gonna screw him in the felt and put him in because the felt parts are black and his screws are black. And I'm like, oh, makes sense. I guess you can just screw it in. It's probably gonna secure it better. So I go in the other room. And I'm like, oh, wow. And then there's also the as he starts sawing inside my room. Yeah. He starts sawing all the wooden panels in my room, in my office. Can you guess what happened? If you guessed, everything in the office is now covered in sawdust. Literally everything. Sawdust and felt, so the floor is like covered in black soot and sawdust. You would be right. So he saws it. Circular saw? He doesn't have he has like a hand saw, I guess. So yeah, he saws it in my office and coats everything in sawdust. My entire desk, my monitors, my drawing tablets, all of my audio interfaces, everything is, the worst part is the blankets and pillows, that were like pushed aside. like on a chair. Those got covered in it too. So there's that. But then the worst part. So first off, all these beautiful, beautiful wood slats have these giant screws sticking out of them now. And the slats warped because you're not supposed to drill in the slats. You're supposed to put them up by the felt. So all the pressure of these wooden slats having like drills, screws put in them is made all the wood warp. So they're like warping off the walls. But not only that, when he cut them, I don't know what he did, but he was like, "Oh man, I should have brought a better saw. I done cracked all these panels." He's like, "It ain't too noticeable, but yeah, I think, yeah, I done did cracked all them panels." So, like, I'm like looking at him so sad. They're all cracked. There's chunks of wood missing out of the panels. They're all warped and peeling off the walls. And they're like screwed in. And the worst part is like, when the thing is I wanted something nice on the walls. I wanted nice wood panels on the walls. Because when you install them, like these are proper things for a home. These are not like dingy gamer panels. This is like something you have in a house. So if you resold the house at any point, these are supposed to stay. It's supposed to be like a home project. That can't happen now. If I wanted to, example, resell my house, which I don't have any plans to, right? But if I ever wanted to do that, I have to take all this off the walls and patch all the freaking screw holes you put in the walls because these are so damaged now that nobody would want to buy this. That nobody would want to buy this house with these in the room like this. And the thing is, I'm like, in my head, I'm like, yeah, he's doing it for free. I appreciate it, but I did wait an entire year for this to get done after so many promises. And also, all of these expensive materials are like, there's nothing I can do. They're broken. Just totally wasted. I mean, I guess I'm just gonna live with it. This is just what this room's gonna look like, but... My little heart's broken. Maybe don't get his help for this. And here's the thing, is like... If I knew this would have happened, I would have just hired someone. I'd rather pay money to have things done right the first time. I wish if my stepdad didn't know he could do something, he would just tell me. Did you get the sawdust vacuum out? I swept. I had to sweep. But that's not the only thing. The cherry on top is I was like, and not only that, but he cut them unevenly, so there's literally gaps! There's gaps between the panels so you can see the wall! And it's like, what is that? Why? I wish I just... It's just such a waste. Like, it's there, but... For it to look like this, I should have just gotten cheap $20 panels. Like, nothing worse than a preventable problem. Yeah. Thank you, Team Sickle. The muscles behind my friend's shins were atrophying. Turns out he was drinking too much decaf. Probably could have done a better job yourself. The problem is like, I know I could have done better. I don't know, my heart's kind of broken because you guys know, for those of you that remember back when I was getting the house, like this was one of the things I was looking forward to the most, was having a very pretty soundproof room. And I wanted to put so much money in it. Well, the mites paid for the panels though. That's the thing. The mites paid for the panels. I'm just staring at it like, oh my god. almost a whole freaking backyard. Guess what's like literally like one door away from this is my garage. Like, it's so close. It's less than 5 feet away. You could have gone to my garage to cut them. He cut them on my desk too. He used my desk as his workstation to saw. And I remember you dreaming it up before you left your previous house. Yeah, I made drawings of what I wanted it to be like. I'm just so sad. I'm so sad. It's so just like looking between the image I have on screen right now and like the reality. My mom called me, and then here's the thing. He says like, "All right, I can only put up a couple today, cause me and your mom we going up in the mountains for a little vacay this weekend. So I ain't got too much time to be around here." And I'm just like, "Ah, great, awesome. I waited a year, and then you made me wait around for 2 days straight, and now you're not even gonna finish it because you got a little vacation you gotta go on. Okay, fine." So yeah, he put up a couple. There's still 2 boxes of panels that need to go up. I don't know what I'm gonna do. The thing is like... yeah, I just want to cry. Like, I've been trying to ignore it and focus on other things, but when I look at it right now, I'm like, oh my god, it's really that bad. You should take this as a sign to start learning to do this stuff on your own. Well, like, the thing is I did try to do it on my own, but then I was like, oh, I'm not a professional. I don't trust myself to not damage anything, so I'm gonna leave it to him. And he didn't even do that! He literally just started drilling in the walls willy-nilly. He doesn't care. He absolutely could have hit a pipe and just destroyed my house. He didn't care. I even was like, you know, like, the toilet is like connected to this wall, so I just want to be careful we don't hit any pipe thing. And he's just like, nah, you ain't gotta worry about that. Oh. He's clearly not a professional. This is what he does for work. He didn't even use a stud finder. That's so based. I'm just like, well, here's the thing. If I knew I didn't have to use a stud finder, I would have done it myself. This is his work? Yeah. He's not getting paid, so he doesn't care. Yeah, they're not anchored to anything. I'm worried they could damage the wall. Not anchored to anything. I don't know. They're screwed into the wall. But yeah. Don't you want a stud finder so you can know where it can be secured? The finder says there's 154 here. 154. The actual wall is really weak. You can put your hand through it. Won't they fall out the walls, will they? They won't fall out the walls, will they? Oh. See, okay, wait. I thought stud finders were for finding... Okay. I understand. I thought they were to make sure you didn't hit piping. But I guess it also... It probably does do that, because if you find a stud to put it into, if you find the stud area, then you know it'll not only be anchored, but it's also, you know, it's not gonna hit a pipe. Yeah, that's what I meant. They're not secured. They can fall out. Yeah. Piping and also electrical, maybe. Yeah. The thing is like, I could have lived with I could have lived with one of the issues with these being put up, right? I could live with... I mean, the screws are pretty bad. The screws are probably the worst part. Because not only are they just in random... they're just in random boards, but they're also, on random parts of the board. So, like, he just randomly put a screw in the middle of one, put it at the bottom of another. It's just all over the place. Oh. And it would be one thing if it was like, oh, the screws are in the wood part. Okay, that's not good, but whatever. Oh, it's cut unevenly, so there's gaps. That's not good, but whatever. Oh, it cracked and chipped off in places, so there's big gaps in the wood. Not great, but I can live with that. It's all three! It's all three! Literally, it's like as messed up as it could possibly be. I don't know how more messed up it could be. Just glue it back together. The pieces are gone. He clipped, when he cracked it, the pieces of wood cracked off of it, so there's just caps. It's gone. There's nothing, I can't even fix it. That's the problem. There's nothing that can be done to fix it. It's just broken. Yeah. It's brutal. I don't know. I wanna cry. Oh my god, ちょっと待って。Thank you, Tiger Moth. Thank you for the future panel correction. The thing is just like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna get. I probably will never be able to get these fixed. The majority of the panels have already been used. They were expensive. It's just like, I can't justify taking all of it down and paying and like making either paying for it again or making like putting it up and asking you guys to pay for it again on Throne, right? Like I can't. It just doesn't. I don't think it's it just seems too wasteful, you know. Like yeah, it sucks. It looks terrible. It's not what I wanted. And it's a waste of the materials, but like if I take it down, then it's really like I come out of it completely zero. Negative even. I come out negative. Right? So I'm like looking at it and I'm like, I just kind of have to live with this now. Dumb question. Can't you find the same kind of wood, cut it for the pieces, and try to fix it yourself? No. Cause like the whole point is it's all the same color wood, right? But also, it's like, how do I explain it? I took a picture. Let me see if I can grab the picture. I took a picture of one of the spots where there's cracking. You'll see. It's got like a wood veneer on it, so like, it's not real wood. Here's an example of one section of the wood. You can see the cracks. So this is like, so for example, the wall is about 2 slats high, right? So you have to stack 2 slats on top of each other to make it to the ceiling. And everywhere he cut it, there's these big old cracks where it's gone, right? So basically every edge of every panel looks like this, with these big chunks missing. So it will, yeah, I could put wood there, but it wouldn't match, and it's just kind of like, why would I go through the effort, right? Oh, where's my chat? Come back. Yeah. Oh god. They're like prefabricated panels, yeah. It's like a gopher chewed on it, yeah. And that's not even counting, like, there's literally black dots on every single panel from where there's big screws in them. Honestly, Mosey, you've been wanting this since you got the house. Maybe not now, but you should get it redone. I'm just like, I waited a year for this. I waited a year. I stubbed my toes and tripped over these damn boxes in my entryway for a year waiting for this. Are the Google reviews on his company like? Good, because he calls Google when he gets a bad one. That's not the only thing he does for work, right? That's just part of his job. But he usually doesn't do that part anymore. I'm taking a bite of spaghetti. So what do you think you'll do about it? Put it up with it or redo it? I think I'm just gonna live with it. I mean, it makes me feel awful. I feel so depressed looking at it. I just spit out a freaking noodle. I was gonna eat it, but then I picked it up and it was covered in sawdust. Yeah, you should redo it. It's clearly important to you. I don't know. I guess I guess I won't have it. I don't know. The amount that's been wasted is a couple $100 worth of materials is destroyed irreparably. If I tried to do it myself, I still have it's a situation where I have to buy a saw, right? Or, well, I guess what I could do is maybe I could mostly redo it and make V-Dere help, huh? A few hundred? Yeah, the panels are expensive. That's nothing at all for home decor. What do you mean? So, like, these panels, right? They're like each box of them is over 100. That's not including the shipping, which I think the shipping's pretty expensive because they're heavy. So about, I had like, I have 5 boxes, right? It's not like you need to redo plumbing. Well, yeah, I mean, well, yeah. If he messed up my plumbing, I would sue him. I would sue. I don't got money for that. I don't got money to fix my house like that if he destroyed it. No, it's not thousands, but I don't have thousands of dollars. Between this being your job and what you want, I do think getting professional help and new panels should be seriously considered. Well, hopefully he didn't chip a pipe or something. Yeah, God. Time to get Hani into carpentry. I've already done one of the house things on my own. I painted one of the rooms in the house, which I'd never done before. So I saved a lot of money there. Dude, getting like manual labor is so expensive. It's so expensive because I think I got a quote for that room before I went and before I just decided to paint it myself. Like everybody is like, oh yeah, you want your room painted? All right, that's gonna be like $600 for a closet. Like, it's ridiculous. It's so expensive. I don't understand why it's so expensive. So I painted that one myself. The issue is, if you have no surplus and another box is less than $1,000, you plan on living in that house for 10+ years, absolutely worth it. If you want to wait for more money to come in, that's fine. Well, I have 2 boxes, right? So I don't have. It's not that I have surplus. It's that I have the amount that I anticipated to cover the walls, right? And he didn't finish it, so I still have some of the boxes, but these ones are all like destroyed. They're everything that's up right now. If I wanted to have it done correctly, everything would just have to be taken down and thrown away. Which is quite a lot. What is a few $100 compared to staring at a messed up panel for years and years? I mean, it's just me. I don't know. It's like, I don't know if my happiness is worth that. I don't know. Call in Gen 3 to help and call it a group off collab. It's a lot. Yeah. The best course seems to just be putting the panels back on throne and hiring a professional to do it properly. I suppose so. It's just I don't have that issue. Is I have no tools. Like, I would do this myself if I had the tools. If I had a saw and if I had a drill, I would have done all of this on my own. Well, and a stud finder, right? You know, we do whatever we can to make you happy. I just don't know. I don't know what to do. I have to think about it. Because there's all sorts of other things I was thinking about doing for my house, like, you know, moving the laundry area to the garage so I actually have a place to put food, that kind of stuff. Manpower is brutally expensive these days. 2 months ago, I had my car in for regular service and oil change cost me about $1,000. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. His stuff is so expensive right now. Like, I don't know. I'm like, do I really shell out to get these panels fixed, or do I make sure that I'm you know I have a good grocery budget? Because things have gotten so expensive. Not only that, but like, you know, I'm trying not to spend money right now because of how much I lost when I was sick. So like, I don't know. I just don't feel good unless my nest egg is bigger. You know what I mean? I'm like, no fun stuff until I'm at least this secure. I don't know. I'm just so bummed. I'm like, I don't know. Just build up again, you know. Miladadzu, no, he doesn't have to put the rest up before he comes back. Well, I don't think I gotta worry about that. I don't think he's gonna be like, when can I come back and fix it? When can I come back and put the rest up? Took a year to get to this point, so you're still under the shadow of sickness. Yeah. Sorry, I don't have my stuff open. I accidentally clicked off of it. Thank you, Davina. Hey, boss. Hope you're doing good. Glad to see you feel well enough to stream. Thank you, and thank you, Davina. Here's a tip for the nest egg. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. I wouldn't let him back, to be honest. Well, I'm not. Most of the stuff I don't need done perfectly, right? Like, as long as it's not gonna break, right? But yeah, he literally broke all of them, and he was like fine with it, with all of them being broken. How's your health been holding up, Mozu? I'm doing okay. I was trying to like not take my medicine as much because I wanted to wean off of it. Like right now, I only take 1 pill a day, right? And I was trying to stop even that, but whenever I try to do that, I feel awful. Or whenever I try to delay it until I feel really sick and then take the medicine, which is another thing I tried to do. I kept trying to do stuff like that. And now I'm just at the point where I'm like, I just need to take the medicine. I don't get anything done on the days where I'm trying to like stave off using the medication, right? But if I take the medicine preemptively, when I know I'm gonna be sick in the morning, if I don't take one because my stomach's been empty all night, then I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna take the medicine. You consult a doctor again. Well, I went to the doctor, and the thing is that my medicine works great. The only issue is it has a side effect that causes problems for me, right? But I can take another medication, like, on top of it to help the secondary issue. But they, like... The medicine for the secondary issue is, like, a conflict for the main medicine. Like, the medicine for the secondary issue causes nausea. And I take nausea medicine. So if I take both, then it's, like, kind of canceling each other out, isn't it? That makes it worse, forces me to take more of the other one. That's kind of like my thought, right? So when I went to the doctor, I was like, yeah, the medicine's working great for me. The thing that it does, it works great. And then you're like, well, what if you took another one? And I'm like, and he's like, there's another medicine you can take, but it'll take about a week. You have to take it every day, and it's gonna take a week for it to work. And while you're on it, you can't take your other medicine. But you can do that. And the thing is, the thing that he said was, like, it's, for stomach acid, right? And I was like, well, first off, I've been on this medicine before, back in, like, my early teenage years, back when my stomach issues first started. I have been on this medicine before. And it did work, but I was taken off of it because it was dissolving my bones. So there's that. Has long-term side effects. But the thing that I didn't didn't like hearing was I have to be super regular with this medicine all the time. Like, just to get the effect, and it's not, I'm gonna have to basically be in hell for 5 days at least until it actually works, right? But not only that, my issue is not reflux. I'm not throwing up because of reflux. Like, yes, I get reflux when my stomach is damaged from vomiting so much. Like, when I had the really bad vomiting bouts, I had bad acid as well. Because my stomach was just so distraught. It was so messed up from throwing up so much, right? I'm not getting acid lately, if I just take my nausea medicine, right? So, I don't see a point in taking, like, an acid reducer if acid's not even my issue. Like, to be honest, when I'm throwing up, my super chat, you missed it. Thank you, Super Kareru. Thank you. Sorry. The next time when an outlet breaks, hey Dad, did you bring the electrical tester? Nah, I don't need that. Proceeds to stick fork and socket. It's that southern engineering. So, the thing is, this is what happens. This is what happens when I get sick, right? Basically, like, usually it's if I have nothing in my stomach, if I don't have food in it, I have really bad nausea, and then I will throw up, right? But it's not like burning acid throw up. It's kind of like my stomach just convulses. I don't know how to describe it. It's not acidic. I'm not throwing up acidically. I'm throwing up, like, muscly. Like, the muscles making it happen. It's like going like, like, I don't know how to describe it. But, like, I can feel it. I've had acid-caused vomiting. I've had acidic stomach, things like that. I don't feel like this is acid. I feel like it's a reflex. Not a reflux, but a reflex type of thing, right? Stomach churning on its own. Don't recreate it. Just the movement of vomit, but not actually doing so. Well, I do vomit when it happens. And yes, I will vomit, like, bile, but, like, that's just because my stomach it feels like the stomach is just trying to empty anything in it. It's just trying to get anything out of it. Also, careful, some guys will like the sound of that. Ew. Don't be, emetophiles, freaks. Yeah, it's... So, but here's the thing, if I take my medicine I have right now, one a day, I'm good, I'm fine. So I don't want to go on another medicine. But yeah, the secondary issue is, like, bad. It does make me very sick in the secondary way. No, I mean the muscles thing. I don't know. Yeah, that was the thing with the medicine. Oh, so continuing on. A note about, like, when my stepdad was here putting up panels and stuff, right? Well, one of the things I wanted to do is my desk, it's an L desk. It's been on the other side of the room, almost like a reception desk, right? It's been like a reception desk where it, like, kind of sits in the middle of the room, for, like, well, since I moved in, right? Because my plan was to move it over once the panels are up, so I had it over here, so that it would not get in the way, right? So a lot of the space in the room was unusable because the desk was in the middle of it, basically, right? Well, now that these panels are up, it's finally been moved into the corner, so the room is a lot bigger now. But here's the thing that I said. I was like, all right, on the floor, I have my computer mat for my chair, and my desk, and then my pewter tower is under the desk, right? Awesome, by the way, to have a bunch of sawdust in your room when your computer tower's in the same room. Makes me feel really good about my fans whirring. That being said, so what I say is I'm like, okay, let's move the desk mat over first, right? The floor mat for the chair, let's move that first because the desk is gonna go on top of it. He's like, nah, you don't want to do that. You're gonna want to move the desk first. And I'm like, are you sure? Don't we want to move the mat first? She's like, no, you gotta move the desk first. And I'm like, okay. So then we struggle for a little bit. We work together trying to move this L desk, which is pretty difficult with 2 people because it's shaped like an L. It really needs 3 people moving it, right? And then, so I get the desk over, and then I'm like, okay, let's move the mat over, right? So we move the mat over, and I'm like, oh, I really want it to be flush with the wall. That's how I like my mat. I want my mat to be flush with the wall and be completely underneath the desk, right? So like we're putting it over there, and he's like, all right, that's good enough. And I'm like, what do you mean? That's not how it was. I want it underneath the desk. And he was like, oh, you can't do that. You already moved the desk. You can't put it under there. And I'm like, but that's how I had it. And he's like, oh, well, you're gonna just have to figure that out some other time. We can't do that. And I'm just like, cool. I don't get why he insisted that we move the desk for. I literally said. No offense, but is this guy entirely there? Well, he's a redneck. What the actual hell? That's out of scope, little Mishy. Did he have a concussion? Well, he's done drugs. Can't do that. I don't know. Yeah. That's the state of things. Does your stepdad ever fish? Yeah, we used to go fishing, but he hated bringing me fishing. I love fishing. I would always beg to go fishing as a kid, but I was never brought fishing. You know who he brought fishing instead? My brother, who hates going outside. We brought my brother deep sea fishing, who hates the outside. And my brother hated it, as you expected. He was sick the whole time. He couldn't handle the boat. He hates fishing. He doesn't like it at all. But my stepdad was just like, oh, it's gotta be boys' time. We gotta have male bonding. That's why. And I'm like, great. I'm the only one that actually wants to go fishing, and I'm not allowed to go fishing, cause I was gonna say something. Well, you know what I have. It's what I lack. Yeah, I tell you, fishing ain't what it used to be. I love fishing. I wanna go fishing. I have no problem fishing. The thing is, here's the problem. Even like, I don't get it. 1 something and 2 something else. I don't know. They're already. Shut up, man. I used to go fishing with him when I was little. And when I was like 8 years old, I would be sitting there gutting and cleaning all the fish so that we could take home and do fish fry. And I was so excited. I loved doing that. And I'd feed the fish heads to the bull sharks. It was awesome. And then all the bull sharks would be swimming around where everybody else was swimming. It was awesome. But I'm not allowed to go because I'm a girl. Take that, garlic knot. Is he biologically related to any of your siblings? No. No, they got married when my mom was like almost in her 50s. She was in her 40s. He's younger than her. He has 2 kids with 2 other women. Yeah. I'm gonna eat more spaghetti. I have my cope spaghetti. I'm so sad. What are they like? Do you know? Yeah, I met them. One had don't worry, don't forget you have another order coming. Yeah. Well, don't you worry. It usually takes like hours upon hours for that to come. Yeah, it's not gonna be here for another hour. Don't worry. Describe the taste. Spaghetti. Yeah, he has he has a daughter and a son. His daughter has a bunch of kids. She started having kids when she was 16. Yeah, I don't know if she finished high school or not. I don't know if she dropped out or not. And then his son is like an alcoholic, and he really wasn't around to raise. I would say, like, personally, I would say he was not around to raise his son, because like we only saw him a couple times. But he I remember we went on a cruise with him, and he was like, his son was very resentful of us. Even though, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, our family had a lot more money than his, cause like he was being raised by his mom, right? Not by my mom. So like he just visited. But the problem is like, he was really resentful and like mean to like us, and then also his dad. And then like as he got older, like every time they talked to each other, it was just about like, what am I getting? Am I getting money? Am I getting that new TV? Am I getting that thing I wanted? Yeah, that's what he was like. And I remember when he was like 13 or something, we were on a cruise, and he was obsessed with drinking. He just wanted to drink. He kept asking my sister to get alcohol for him, which she did. She did a couple times, but then he kept doing it. And she was like, no, I'm not getting you any more alcohol. I can't give you any more. And she's like, fuck you, bitch. That's what he did. He did that and like ran and like waddled off, because he's also fat. He's a fat little redneck boy. At 13, yeah, that's what he was like. And then, yeah, more recently, so they went out, my stepdad took his son to a football game, and they were having a fun time, and, they were like, it was like late, they'd been drinking and stuff, like, I think he was of age at this point, right? Because he's older than me, and they were like, we gotta go home, we can't be out any later. And then his son just decides he's gonna punch him in the face. He tries to punch him in the face. So then they have to beat up his son, who's trying to beat them up, because he's drunk. He's being a drunk idiot. And then he got arrested for trying to beat up his dad for no reason. And then he wouldn't apologize for it. And then, I forgot to mention, he dropped out of college. He lied to his parents about his grades in college. He just, like, stopped going to all of his classes or doing anything. And the reason he said that is because his girlfriend broke up with him. But he, like, didn't apologize or do anything about, like, dropping out and failing all his classes secretly. He just, he was just like, well, my girlfriend broke up with me, so whatever. Right? Because his parents were paying for it. No, not his parents. I forgot. My parents were paying for it. My mommy and my stepdad were paying for it. So he got written out of the will. Yeah. He got written out of the will. And then what my parents tend to do with the badly behaved kids in my family is they just kind of get over it at some point and enable them. So, like, my sister's done terrible, terrible things to my mom, and she's never apologized, and my mom just basically, like, gives up at some point. Because she'd rather, like, be able to talk to my sister. The same thing happened with him. Even though he was arrested and assaulted his father and wasted tens of thousands of dollars and expected more while lying to them and painted every single interaction they've ever had with how much money am I getting out of you. Literally, he would say things like, well, my stepdad would call him and be like, are you gonna come down for Thanksgiving? Are you gonna come down for Christmas? And he'd be like, I don't know, am I getting that thing I wanted? That's literally how their interactions would go. But despite all of that, yeah, no, he's all good now. That's what my mom said. They forgave him and he's back in the will. Yeah, so yeah, he's getting just as much as me in the will. And I actually, if they die, then it's gonna be my job to make sure that he gets as much as me in the will. Yeah. I don't like, not that I'm like, it's not that I'm like actually like thinking about the will, like just the will, this is what I deserve, that kind of thing. It's not that, it's just kind of like, wow, there's literally zero benefit to me trying to be like the upstanding child, you know, there's been literally zero benefit. Yeah. Thank you, Marcus. Once again, how did you turn out to be the only sane person in the family? I don't know if I would say I was sane. I don't know if I would say I was. When you have those to compare me to, maybe I seem sane, but I don't think I am. I don't think I am. Other than your conscience and standards, yeah. Well, that's what I mean. It's like I wouldn't be able. I don't think I'd be able to renege on that, even if I wanted to, because like that's just not how I am. I can't help myself. That's just how I am, right? But if I was trying to look at it from a rational perspective, if intellectual thinker Mozu took over, she would be like, "What the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing? You're like, this is not doing anything. This is only causing you problems." You can thank Channel Awesome, epic. Well, thank you, Davina. Thank you. Well, if it helps a little, I think you're cool, Mozu. Thank you, Davina. Yeah, no, don't worry. It's just the situation. You know, it's whatever. Mozu doesn't sound like she's running on much sanity when she gathers at her wall right now. I don't know, man. It's Friday, Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's waiting for the weekend. Partying, partying, yeah. Partying, partying, yeah. For the weekend. You should be able to get this slice of pie if you beat him in a parking lot fist fight. Oh! I forgot! My step... What would she be? My step-aunt! My aunt! She got arrested for meth. She got arrested for meth. Lol, lol, lol. People with the strongest character keep getting themselves regardless of how others treat them or for the pros and cons to it. Oh, neat. Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. Do you guys know I'm Southern? Does it shock you? Fun. Yeah. Nice that she is safe now. My aunt is so evil. Somebody needs to kill my aunt. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say someone needs to take her out. She's evil. It's weird because like she's not old. She's young. She's like almost, I think. It's weird to talk about her this way because like she's not old. She's like young, right? So my aunt, she's pretty evil. She has always been very abusive to her kids, and she's whatchamacallit? She's always been on drugs, and been with a lot of like crazy guys. Right? I don't know, someone needs to take her out. And the reason I say this, right, is because so I know her kids. I grew up with them. I think they're a little younger than me. Right? And whenever we would go do things together, they would be with their grandparents at like family outings. Their mom never came. It would always just be the grandparents there. Her mom would come sometimes, but most of the time it was the grandparents taking them, right? And the kids, they were always... My mom was like, I hate those kids. They're so crazy and jumping around. But I found, like, we got along as long as you just went with them on their level. And because, like, here's the thing is, like, all these freaking rednecks, when the kids act out, they're like, I'm gonna pop you. If you don't stop, I'm gonna pop you. And then they would be like, what's like a redneck name? Billy! Billy, you sit your bum down right now. I'm gonna smack some sense in you, boy. I'm gonna smack some sense in you. That's how they act with these kids. And every time that happens, the kids get like, they start going crazier and crazier. Right? I mean, that's what happened to me when I was a kid. I got my butt whooped and it made me bad. It made me even worse, right? It wasn't until I got older I was like, that was stupid. That was a foolish action. Right? So these rednecks, that's how they know how to handle kids. They're like, now, if you don't get over here, I'm gonna break your butt across the coast so freaking hard. I'm gonna get the crop out of the freaking barn. I'm gonna whip your wrist. Right? That's what happens. So every time the kids were over, like the grandparents, you know, they're like that too. That's how this like cycle happens, right? So the kids would be like, and they would go crazy too, and they would run around and be crazy because they're everybody's high cortisol. That's the thing. Everybody's like freaking maximum cortisol, stressed out all the time because they're all beating each other. Whenever I hung out with the boys, like I would just be like, "You guys want to play video games?" Because they didn't have any video games. I remember I played Splatoon with them, and he was like, Mozu, if it's alright. Because, like, they went from being, like crazy, like, psycho kids, and then whenever they would come in my room and sit down with me, and we would put the video game on, and they would calm down, and then he'd be like, I like this game's real fun. And then they would ask me, like, Mozu, what was that game we played? I really want to play that again sometime. No, I remember what he said. He came up to me, he was like, Miss Mozu, if we come over again, can I play that game again? And I was like, yeah, of course. Of course you can play the game. Yeah, no problem. Because I wasn't really using my Wii U that much anyways. Right? Well, the thing is that their mom is so dysfunctional, she's always fighting with the family and deciding like, you're never gonna see those kids again. I ain't gonna bring them over here no more. That's never gonna happen again. That happens constantly. And then sometimes it's like, oh, Mama, I can't stay mad at you. I'm back. You know, I'm gonna change my way. I'm clean, girl. I don't do nothing crazy. I don't do nothing crazy in like 2 months. Right? Well, the truth is, no. That there actually is not. It was never improving. It was just, they get tired of not being able to talk to each other, so they just make up, get together, and then they eventually fight again, and they don't see each other for a while. Right? The problem is that these kids are always in the middle of it. Always in the middle of it. And they're having to suffer. Right? And the problem is, like, so she's like, I knew she was like a heroin addict. I guess she's doing meth now. She's doing all sorts of stuff. And she's with these like, super bad type of guys. Right? And the guys, this is crazy. The guys beat her kids too. That's the thing that's crazy. Like, I can't imagine, like, I mean, I don't know, how do you come into a woman's life, like, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna settle down with a single mother, I'm gonna be with a girl that has kids, and then you're like, I'm going to beat those kids every day, like, huh? Like, not even your kids? Like, you decide you're just gonna beat these random kids? Huh? How do you know so many demons? Well, these are like rednecks, you know? This is how it is. If it wasn't the kids, it'd be your dog or something. Well, so, this is pretty messed up. This is pretty messed up. The beating became, like, I remember at one point it became really bad. So, like, what you're probably imagining is, like, spanking, maybe smacking them with a wooden spoon on the hand or something. Getting, like, a little stick or something, hitting their butts with it. No. Drug addicts have an awesome way they love to beat children. And that was whipping them with a belt buckle. That was pretty bad. What happened was the kids came over to their grandparents' house and they were given a bath, and in the bath the back of the younger kid was literally like all black and blue with like lashes from like a heavy belt buckle being, you know, like that. So CPS was called, and CPS CPS sucks. CPS sucks. They were just like, well, that's just how they do discipline out here. That's just how it is. CPS never wants to take your kids. They basically never want to take the kids away, ever. They always get away with it. The only time I've ever heard CPS like actually taking the kids away is when they come to the house and the kid is alone at the house when they arrive. Like, that's the only times I've ever actually heard of them taking the kids away. Like, physical abuse doesn't seem to actually do anything. Doesn't do anything. And if they do, they'll end up in a worse situation somehow. Well, the thing is that the rest of the family desperately wants to take custody of them, but CPS never wants to take away her parental rights. So nobody gets the kids are just stuck there. And here's the problem. This is why they don't call CPS. Is when CPS is called, all of a sudden she's like, "You ain't never gonna see those boys again. You never gonna see them again. How dare you? How dare you judge me as a mother?" That kind of thing, right? Well, I remember. So the last time I saw the eldest, he was at Thanksgiving with the grandparents. The mom was not there. And he was very polite. He was very polite. He was not crazy. He'd basically grown out of being like the run around, be crazy one. And we were having. He was very. He's like that. He went from being like this crazy little boy to now he was like, "Thank you very much. I'm very appreciative of all this food everybody made." Like, he was very, very polite for a young boy. Like a young redneck boy, but also like, you know, we were all adults there, so he was like the only kid. He was very polite. He'd always like thank everyone for the food every time he picked up something at like the Thanksgiving meal, that kind of thing, right? And then he would always ask his, like, before he got food, he was like, "Grandma, is it okay if I have another piece of cake?" Like, he was like very, very polite, like super polite, right? Not like, I was surprised, because my mom hated those kids. She would always be like, that trailer trash. Like, she hated them because they were always so rambunctious when they were over. But it'd been a while. He's grown up. He's very polite, very well behaved, all that kind of stuff. But I remember we were in the parking lot to leave, and he came with his grandparents and he just started crying. He was like, "Grandma, please, I'll do anything. Please don't make me go back. Please don't make me go back. I'll do anything." She's like, "Well, dear, I know how it is, but you gotta go back. There's nothing I can do. You gotta go back." And he was like, "Please don't make me go back. Please don't make me go back." Because his mom had gotten, like, worse and worse. Right? And he was getting older, so I know that he was trying to get, like, emancipated or something. Like, he wanted to get away from her, like, as soon as he possibly could. Because living with them was hell. Like, it's a crack house, right? And what I learned, this is what the grandma told me, which I assume she heard from the boy, because I think he's an adult now, or he's either close to being an adult. He wanted to leave, and his mom is like a neurotic psycho, and she basically said, if you leave, I'll kill all of us. Right? So, like, she's very, like, possessive, and she can't imagine not having control over him. So I guess in her eyes, a world where she doesn't have that control over him, she'll just, like, family annihilate. Is her plan. She won't. Well, she already beats them within an inch of their life. Her own children. So, yeah. Average woman. Well, it's not like that. I think the guy is also like, I don't know, he beats them too, so they're both bad. But yeah. Good chance it's more just pure manipulation than a genuine threat to the family. I don't know. She's on drugs and she does beat them. He would know better if she's someone to follow through with threats. So yeah, they're kind of stuck there. They're all kind of trapped there. And he also, there's multiple times where they would get called to the school because he would constantly try to talk to his counselors at school. Dude, how the hell do school counselors get hired? Because you know what would happen every time he would go to a school counselor at school and be like, hey, I'm being beaten every day, and my mom said she would kill me and all of our siblings if I ever left, and I'm really scared, and all I want to do is get away from the situation. Do you know what they do every single time? Excuse me, ma'am, your son's here, and he's saying you say you're gonna kill him? Like, every time! They make it worse every time! I don't understand! I don't understand! What is that? That is literally how you get people killed! I don't understand why they do that! Why? Basically HR. Like, oh, you're gonna talk no jutsu this woman out of beating and threatening to kill her kids and all of the drugs she's on? That's what you're gonna do? Huh? Do you know all they do? All school counselors are good for is making sure somebody gets beaten when they get home, if not worse. Yes, it works. God. Mine used to be a real hard about stuff when I mention it in passing. They call home all the time. I remember, it wasn't my counselor, but I remember I talked to the principal because I got in trouble one day about something stupid. I flicked corn off a plate, and they said I was inciting a food fight. That's what happened, right? So I was in detention, and they made me write a paper about, like, a reflection paper about how I felt about it wasn't even detention. Actually, they didn't have a detention area. I was just in the principal's office with the principal for hours. That's what happened, right? So I had to write on this piece of paper, Mozu, what did you do wrong? Okay, and Mozu, what's gonna happen when you go home today? And you know what I wrote on my paper? What's gonna happen to me when I go home today? I wrote, I'm going to be beaten. That's what I wrote. I said my dad and all my siblings are going to hit me. That's what I wrote. And you know what the principal did when they picked up that paper and looked at that? She laughed at me. She went, ha ha ha! She laughed at it! She laughed at it! Yeah. Yup. Well, I don't understand. We need to... People in the school system are, like, evil. They're pretty damn evil. I'm not gonna lie. That's why when everyone's like, we need to, like, help teachers or whatever, like, no, you guys are evil. My sister wants to be a teacher. She's, like, trying to train to become a teacher, and I'm like, yeah, you would be a teacher. Whenever I see people on Twitter, they're like, oh yeah, you just have like a vendetta against people because you had one bad teacher as a kid. Like, no! The vast majority of teachers I've seen are like the most disconnected people I've ever met. Like, they don't get it. Welcome readers! Hello! Sorry, we're talking about bad school teachers. Yeah, lots of them are just psycho-narcissists. Nayo ne. Thank you so much for reading. I hope you guys had a good stream. Thank you. To punish the victim mindset in education has been known for decades. Yeah. I had consistently awful teachers. I think I had one teacher that wasn't a psychopath. Dude, I've had teachers are like... They just love, like, torturing little kids. Well, I should say in America. I can't speak for other countries, right? American teachers are crazy. Do you know the Kids for Cash story, Mozu? Kids for Cash? Thank you, iTrauma. No, I don't know the Kids for Cash story. My sister's a good one, but the system's good at not letting good ones actually shine. I had a couple good teachers. My best teachers were the ones that just kind of like treated us like normal people. Cause like most of the teachers that I had a good relationship with, they were just whatchamacallit. The teachers I had a good relationship with, I just like chatted with them like I would with another kid, you know? I was the kid that spent lunches with the teachers and not other kids. Listen. I wasn't trying to be a suck up. It's just I got along with them better. What can I say? Back when I had my for service audit, I actually encountered one of my teachers from 20 years ago. It took us a while to recognize each other. Just randomly started talking. It was fun catching up. Old Soul Mozu, teacher's pet. It's the tism. It's the tism. What do you mean? Is that autism? Is that autism? We actually talked in depth about the school system. There's a scandal in my city going on because schools were covering up. Yeah. Yep. That stuff crazy. Might be. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it was more so just like I think like I don't know. Most kids are just like normals, you know, like normals. When I was in art class, like the kids that sat next to me in art class would do drugs next to me. They would do drugs next to me in art class. So then we would have like a group activity. Like, okay, everyone, draw a circle. All right, everyone draw something, and then have the person next to you redraw it and add one thing to it. So like, okay, circle, pass it over. Circle, triangle. But they're all the guys next to me. They were on drugs, so like you pass it to them, they're like, oh man, I don't even know what I'm looking at right now, man. I'm going crazy. So yeah, that's why I got along more with the teachers. Yep. I'll bet they painted some amazing things. Bro, people that say like, well, who made this? Someone on drugs? Oh, I could tell this guy was on drugs when he made this. That stuff is so stupid. Being on drugs does not make you more creative. That stuff is so dumb. I hate that. I hate that stereotype. Like, nah, man, I'm like psychedelic. Look, I took a tiger and I painted it rainbow. That stuff is so dumb. It's so untrue. The South sounds like a science project. Well, the CIA kind of treated it that way. If you know some of this stuff. Same teacher also turned off the hot water in the boys' gym showers. Well, to be fair, when I was at gym, I never knew anybody that showered at gym. But there's no time. There's no time to shower at gym. Like, dude, I just remember. There's a teacher I really hated, and she always, only her class I had tardies for literally every day because I think I had her after gym class, and it was on the opposite side of campus because my school had a really big campus. She would mark me tardy every single day, even if I was walking in while the bell was ringing. And the problem is, like, the issue was, like, I had to get dressed, make sure I didn't smell like sweat, and then walk all the way across campus with all of my books, which I had tons of, and portfolios, because I was in art classes. Like, big portfolios, the really big ones that are, like, carrying a whole canvas with you, right? All the way up to her class in the back of the opposite building. She just always wanted to mark me late. She sucks so bad, man. I kind of wish she got hit by a car. I hope she got hit by a car, because she really deserves it. Like, it's just... Here's one thing, okay? And that was not the only thing she did. She had, like, a vendetta against me. When I see people like that, I just have to... And she was a young teacher. She was not an older teacher or anything. It's not like she was, like, crouchy going through menopause or whatever. She was, like, a young teacher. Like, probably, maybe still in her 20s, right? When you have somebody that takes such, like, glee in like, I ended up having to get a doctor's note from my doctor to allow me more time to get to her class. Because I have breathing problems. So, like, I was running every day and I'd be like literally panting, trying to be in her classroom. I don't know what she thought I was doing. I have no tardiness record or anything like that. I don't do anything except go to class. I don't have, like, things that I do. I don't have friends. So I don't know what she was doing. Why she wanted to do that to me. But, yeah, I ended up having to get, like, a tardy note. Or not tardy, something to excuse it. Because of, like, how hard it was trying... Like, I would literally be running every day to get to her class. And I would still be late. So it just gave me, like, a little bit of extra time to get to her class. Right? But yeah, she just would constantly go after me. And then I remember, her class was difficult. Well, first off, she sucks as a teacher. Everybody was failing her class, or at least close to failing her class. And my grade was not good in her class. I'm somebody, all of the classes, because I had all, like, advanced classes, right? Her class was honors for me. I had never had any issues in any of those subjects before. But I was in her class, it was honors. And my grade wasn't doing so good, so I wanted to go to, the extra credit and after school study for her class. Right? Like, when I'm talking about my other classes, I was top of the class in my other classes, my advanced classes, right? So me doing bad in a class was, like, very uncharacteristic. So I remember I stayed after school one day and I went to come into her classroom to do the extra practice and extra studying, and she went, "No, Mozu out. Mozu out." Like, she did, like, the snap thing, like the snap and then point out of the classroom. "Mozu out. You didn't come to the earlier classes? You didn't come to the earlier extra credit ones, extra credit study ones, so you're not allowed to come to any of them." That's literally what she did. And I was like, "What?" And she was like, "Out. Out." And then I was like, so I had to run to go to my bus, because I was like, well, if I can't go to this class, I gotta go get on my bus, or else I'm gonna miss it, and then I'm gonna have to call someone to just pick me up from school anyways. So I had to run, I just had to go, and I was just thinking, like, what the hell was that? What a psycho. I know! She just, I don't know, like, I wasn't pretty or anything. Like, I'm thinking, like, is it jealousy? Because, like, I'm not pretty. I think maybe she saw herself in me, like, you know, a quiet mid-girl that, like, you know, has to focus a lot on studies, right? She probably saw herself in me and really despised it. That is my leading theorem. That is my leading theorem. Because I don't know what the hell else I could have done to this lady. I don't talk. I have no idea what her problem with me was, because I do not talk in her class. I literally would not speak. Probably just power tripping. Like, she had, like, people that were really bad in her class that literally did no work ever. And they would just, like, act out and act crazy in the class. And that was her... Maybe she wanted to, like, rizz up that teenage boy. Maybe that's what was going on there. Because there was one boy in her class who literally never did any work, and he would act crazy, and he would always act out, and he would call things out, and he would argue with her. But she was always, like... She would, like, argue with him, but, like, never write him up for anything. I was getting written up for, like, literally nothing! Literally nothing! I could see you go down the route of being a teacher. Hell no! Hell nah! No. I don't want to be a teacher. No. No! No! Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Written up for breathing funny? I would not want to be a teacher. No. When I say teacher, I don't mind teaching people. Well, first off, I need to explain my view of teachers in high school. I've mentioned this before, but my belief of teachers in high school is that, because my sister had already talked about becoming a teacher, and this was the exact reason she was becoming a teacher. I said, people become teachers for subjects that they were not able to get a real job on. So they just what they end up doing is they go into a field where they can just teach what they've already learned in college. Because that's all they have now. That's literally all they can do with it, because they can't get a real job in the field. Right? So for example, for my sister, it was psychology. Yep, that's my opinion of a lot of teachers. Now obviously it's not all of them, but a lot of them are. A lot of them just do it because they weren't able to get a job in their field. Like my sister. Right? I remember I said that when there was like a district person behind me, like trying to monitor our class, and she was like, "Excuse me?" And I was just like, what? It's true. It's not like she could discipline me for that. It's a matter of opinion, right? Those who can't do teach, yeah. That being said, I actually, for subjects I'm passionate about, I actually do like teaching people. I actually like instructing and teaching. I don't have a problem with that, like the literal aspect of it. But the idea of being a teacher at a school, hell no, hell no, no. No. Yeah, you too. Yep, that or they get a job because they haven't discovered Roblox. Roblox is not what pipelined me into becoming a VTuber, though. That's more YouTube. Babysitter for peanuts, but at least you get summers off. You still have to work on summers, though, when you're a teacher, don't you? People are still working as teachers during the summer. They just aren't, like, actively teaching classes. They have to do all the other work. Except for our school's math tutor. That guy was a genius and cool and awesome. He just loved teaching. I've had some good teachers. Yeah. But most of them were... Oh, God. God, did I really only have one good female teacher? Yeah, I guess so. I had one good female teacher. And I was gonna say we were like friends after high school, but like not really. I didn't really keep in touch with anybody because I don't have any like IRL social media, right? But if I did, I would have kept in touch with her because we talked every day. She hated the other she hated the same teachers I hated. Woman teachers, am I right? Well, I had one woman teacher. She was my art teacher. We got along really well. But most of the teachers I got along with were the male teachers. I had... Yeah, actually, when I think about it, did I have, like, bad male teachers? Like, the worst male teacher I ever had, he was just indifferent. That was, like, his only problem. He just didn't really care. But for the most part, like, yeah, most of my male teachers were pretty good. Like, most of my female teachers, they were very... emotional, neurotic. Like, how do I describe it? Let's say the classroom's being rowdy, right? The classroom's being rowdy, everybody's going crazy, they're jumping around, talking, not listening. The male teacher would be like, hey everyone, excuse me, like snapping. And then if they didn't do anything, he would just like, the male teachers, they'll just like cross their arms and lean against the whiteboard and just sit there like tapping their foot waiting until all the kids like notice and they're like, oh sorry, like they all go quiet slowly when they realize that he's waiting for them to shut up, right? But the female teachers, they'd be like, hey, everyone, excuse me! Hey, Addison! Hey, Addison! Do you not hear me right now, Addison? Like that. That's how it was with a lot of female teachers. I don't know, they're just... Well, they're not very chill. They're not very chill. Flip lights on and off, yeah. Or they got like a whistle or something like... Just trying to make as much noise as possible. They do tend to get really aggressive and combative. Does anyone even want to hear her right now? Yeah. Yeah, I mostly had good male teachers. I had good male teachers. My mom hated my middle school male teacher though. He was gay. That's not why she hated him though. She hated him because he was sassy. So one time, he and I got along very well. We were like, how do you say? I don't know how to describe it. We got along well though. We did a lot of creative writing in his class, and he loved my creative writing. He said I was really, really good at it, and he thinks I need to go into writing when I got older. He said, don't do art, do writing. But that being said, sometimes I wouldn't do my homework, right? I was a serial not homework doer, right? So what he would do for kids that didn't do their homework, he was like, all right, I'm gonna have to go call your mama. And he would go up to the thing and be like, Excuse me, Miss Mozu's mom? Are you aware that your daughter didn't do her homework? And my mom, he did this once, and my mom was like, "Why are you calling me?" So like, he usually, when he would call them, he would get all like sassy, like, "I'm about to get you in trouble. I'm about to get you in trouble." So he would call, he'd be like, "Yeah, Miss Mozu's mom, are you aware that she didn't do her homework?" While like looking at us, and you can hear them like on the phone, and he's like, he turns and he holds the phone to his ear, and he's like, "Oh man, I understand." My mom was so mad at him using that tone with her that she did not even care that I didn't do my homework. She was just like, "Don't you ever call me at work again, ever! Unless she is dying, don't call me!" My mom still hates him. She's like, I just, every time I bring up, like, she's like, "Well, I remember you had this one teacher and he called me and he used this tone with me." She still remembers that. I remember I was surprised. I was like, "Dang, she's mad." Because usually what he does, he would call the parents and be like, "Did you know your kid didn't do their homework?" And they'd be like, "Oh my god, you didn't do his homework?" And then he'd be like, "Your mom wants to talk to you." And then be like, "You didn't do your homework." That's what happened with all the other kids, right? But my mom, when she got called, she was like, "No, I don't want to talk to her. Don't you ever do this again." That was awesome. Thank you, Itroma. I'm imagining your mom is one of those vein-covered angry men John K draws. Yeah. That's awesome, though. That's like one of the only good things my mom's done in regards to schooling. Oh man, I really threw my throat out doing that. No! Oh. Well, your mom sounds like a dragon lady, but in a fairly cool way. My mom is, yeah, she's a tiger mom. She's a tiger mom. Pretty stereotypical. Bro hates her mom. I love my mom. My mom has her flaws. My mom has her flaws, but I love her. I love her. She is probably the family member with her head screwed on the best. Which isn't saying much when you look at the full scale of my family, but she's like the most responsible and most reasonable person. I mean, she is half of me, right? She's half of me, so she has to be kinda good. Nah. Yeah, I'm usually told that my personality is a lot like my mom's. I got a lot of my traits from my mom. I'm like my mom, but squinty eyes. Yeah. Same, I personally would hate being disturbed at work, yeah. I was wondering how hard you were gonna go with that screaming. Feels like she's only a tiger mom for you most of the time. Well, that was her last chance. She had to lock in. She tried that gentle parenting thing. I think she did the gentle parenting thing the most with my sister. Cause she also tried to be like an almond mom. She tried to do everything natural. And then for me, it was like, nope, formula. Formula, yeah, we're just gonna put her in front of the TV. Well, no, did she put me in front of the TV? I guess so, yeah. Yeah. But the big thing my mom wanted was she wanted me to be academically, gifted. She wanted me to have a real job. I guess that's the big thing. About that. About that. She wanted me to have a real job, become a doctor, engineer, lawyer, whatever. And the problem was I was really good at debate, unfortunately. I was really good at debate. So, about that. She really thought I was gonna maybe go into lawyering or something. She really wanted me to after I did so well in debate. And I was like, I don't want to be a lawyer. Tell us more about oh god. Hold on. I messed my throat up doing the screaming. Tell us more about how your mom raised you. Give us the Powerpuff Girls recipe for a VTuber. Well, my mom and my dad raised me, so it's 2 parts. Well, I don't know. I've always been artistic. And I said artistic, by the way. Artistic. But, what was I saying? Sorry, I was trying to catch one chat. I've always been artistic. I always really liked drawing. the thing is that like, that's always the thing I enjoyed, but I would excel in academics. And when you excel in academics, there's not really any reason to excel in academics if you want to go into art. So it was always with this thing like, well, you know, she'll just draw for a hobby. That whole art thing and that internet thing that she does, that'll just be her hobby. And she'll become a lawyer or a doctor or something. Right? Well, that didn't work out. By the time I got into college, I was just kind of like, I'm sick of everyone telling me what to do. I want to be my own person. So I dropped out of college and I moved out at like 18. And I got a part-time job. But then I ended up doing VTubing full-time. And it's been my full-time job ever since. All I could think about though, because I've talked about this before, all I could think about now when I look back at that time is, holy crap, I wasted so much time. I wish I'd been able to be a VTuber earlier. Like, I think the issue is I got into VTubing really early on. I could have been a breakout star. I could have been. If I had just been able to focus on it entirely. I wish I had graduated high school early. Bro, I don't understand. My mom was like, no, you don't want to graduate high school early. You want to be in I hated high school. Okay, I didn't hate high school as much as middle school. But I didn't like high school. I don't like school. I didn't enjoy it. Right? Could have gotten that GED. Well, I did get a GED. But I'd rather have gotten it at 16 instead of sticking around and doing all the advanced classes for so long. Because I had already finished all of my high school credits. Basically, like, I'd done all the levels I needed to do. My sophomore year, but then I was just in it longer, taking, like, advanced classes. It really does seem like a waste looking back. Yeah, all the rack up college credits I didn't end up using. My brother had to threaten dropping out to be allowed to finish early. Yeah. You didn't graduate normally? No, I did. I did. Well, I graduated in COVID, so... we had graduations, but it was one person at a time, so there was no audience. You literally, like, walked into a room, and maybe your family was there, and you would get your diploma, and then you walked out. I thought you said you had a GED. A GED, isn't that the general education diploma? Or whatever it stands for, your high school diploma. Yeah, I finished high school. But high school has prom, dances, homecoming, and foosball games. I wanted to go to prom with my friends, but my mom told me I couldn't go with girls because it was gay. And she said I would ruin everybody else's night if I went with them. Cause like they had dates, right? So she said I'm not allowed to go. Oh, my nose. My mom told me after I went to college and graduated with a multimedia production program, after 4 months was upset. She said, I allowed you to go to school hoping you would fail, hoping you would realize you want to do what you want to do with your life is stupid. Hello? My mom threatened to kill Winslow because I had a C in the class. She told me, when I told her, like, Mom, I want to leave college, I don't want to do this anymore. And she's like, well, I'm never helping you with anything ever again. I hope you understand how much you're messing up your whole life right now. That's what she said. And then I moved out. I got a part-time job. And then I ended up doing VTubing full-time. And now I'm more successful than anybody I knew that I went to college with. Which isn't to say I'm, like, super successful. But I'm doing pretty well for myself, especially considering that I'm not drowning in debt that I would have been drowning in if I had stayed the entire time in high school. Or not high school, college. Yeah, in college. What the hell? I said something nice about your mom and Neil censored it. He's jealous. He has got a crush on my mom. I got my college diploma during COVID, and basically one of the teachers gave me my paper with marks. And then my mom sent me to the army the very next day. Dude, life is unfair. Hey, your mom? How can your mom send you to the army? Are you... can they just, like, put you in the army? Or do you, like... I thought you had to enlist yourself. But just think, Mosey, you could have gone to college and got a job at Starbucks. Hala? Well, I don't know. I know, the thing is, something that made me kind of sad is, I don't know, I guess they didn't like me. The thing is like, it's kind of like, I had some friends in high school, but they were the type of friends where you never talk outside of school. You basically only talk to them at school. And that's been like my life, my entire life. Like, I maybe had like 1 or 2 high school friends that I talked to in high school, but not outside of it. And never outside of the classes that we shared together. So I was like, dang, well, now that I'm leaving college, you know, or not leaving college, now that I'm leaving high school, people always say, you know, you never keep in touch with people. So like, let me text some of the people I knew, from high school for my birthday coming up and see if they want to come with me on a trip, right? So I remember the one girl that I sat next to in most of my classes throughout all of high school. I texted her and was like, hey, I'm going to Disney World for my birthday. And, you know, I get to bring somebody along for free. And I wanted to know if you wanted to come with me on my birthday. It's a little whiles off, so don't worry about it too much. You know, we have some time, so it's not too much of a thing. Never got a response. Totally ghosted. Totally ghosted. I just have to wonder, like, was I really that bad? Was I really that bad? Guys, it was debate class. Don't take it personally. Aw. Well, here's the thing. Recently, I stalked all of them on Facebook. So, like, I don't have Facebook, but my mom was sending me stuff. And I was like, I don't remember what I was like. It was probably like Marketplace or something I was looking at. And then I got curious. So I was like, what are they up to? So I looked up some people from my high school, because everyone that I had classes with was like, yes, I'm going to Harvard. Yes, I'm going to Yale. Yes, I'm going to be super advanced. Yes, I am a super advanced violin player. I'm going places. I already have a scholarship. And I'm like, oh, cool. So then I looked up their account, because they had this thing, like the very much like anybody not in the advanced classes that aren't doing all the extracurriculars like us, they're not gonna make it anywhere in life. They're so beneath us. I'm so good. I'm doing things so correctly. So I was like, okay, what are they up to? Because I'm at an age now where they should have finished college, right? Well, yeah, none of them have... I mean, they're young still, right? But yeah, none of them have jobs in their fields. Permanent underclass. It's just weird looking at it and thinking about, like, how strict of a path all of them were following and how it didn't amount to anything. Like, I don't know. I guess is that like I guess that is just kind of like how it's gone for the gifted Zoomer kids of Gen X, right? That's the path that they've been put on. Just come out and forced into this really strict path, have to get this super good degree or do all these curriculars, get these scores, get these marks, and it literally was for nothing. Like they were posting like, "Yup, just got my job, cleaning the bathrooms at a landscaping company," and I was just like, "Damn, I kind of feel good that I dropped out." Because I'm just thinking, what I'm thinking of when I see this is like, it's not just that it's not what they spent all their time learning about and studying in, but also they all had to go to super Ivy League schools, so they're all probably in massive amounts of debt. So all I could think about is like, damn, I kind of feel like I dodged a bullet. I've become kind of anti-college. I don't know. There's purposes for college. There's cheap ways you can do it too. Definitely utilize technical college and local colleges in your area and get the cost down, right? But damn, For real, it might not feel like it, but I think you won in the end. Yeah, especially part of me is smug because my college roommates. I've talked about them last time, but like, they definitely in their head they're like, Melissa dropped out. She was so weird. Oh my god, she's probably like a loser somewhere right now. Cause they like, I mean, they were rude to me while they were there. They partied the entire time. And they texted me like last year asking like, hey Mozu, it's us, your college roommates. What are you up to now? I'm here with ex-girl that really hated you and said a lot of mean things about you. We're just trying to catch up. And I didn't reply, but I was just thinking like, Those are in the Dobby closet. Yeah, my Dobby closet. Makes me happy I went for a trade rather than going to art school. I don't see a point in going to art school. The only reason you should go to art school is for connections. I don't see a point go. If you're actually trying to learn stuff, I don't think art school is worth it. They're seething. Well, they don't know what I'm up to. For all they know is once they went away for Christmas break, I was gone and my stuff was moved out and they never saw me again. Yeah. The last thing they said to me before I moved out was, oh, Mozu, can you clean the toilets before you leave? That's the last thing they ever said to me. And I didn't reply. It's the last thing they ever said to me. They asked me to clean their toilets. Oh, you know why? Because they had all left on Christmas vacation early together on a cross-country road trip. While they're all failing their classes, by the way. All they did, and what they did to solve them failing their classes was just begging their male professors, like, please, COVID is so hard. COVID is so hard. Please, can you just, like, be nice? Even though I know that they were drinking and partying the entire time in our dorm and sneaking boys in the entire time. I want to film adaptation of Mozu's college life. It was mostly me sitting in my underwear with the door locked, unwashed, hunched over on my computer. That was like my entire college experience. I'm not as bad as I used to be, but I still have some. I got a little bit of social anxiety. I don't know how to describe it. I don't like being looked at. You know, I don't know how to describe it. So, it's a lot better than it used to be. Oh, thank you, Marquine. Wait, but you have a longer badge. Why is it not... I don't know. Why is it... It made it as if you were a completely new member. Wait, thank you, Marquine. Thank you. Oh, thank you, iTrauma. I'm sorry, I missed it. My friend's parents were like, you graduated high school, join the army or couch surf, but you're not going to be sleeping here. Plot twist, she became a stripper. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the whole like out by 18 thing is insane. Any parents that do that are just crazy. Oh, thank you, Noble 4. Thank you, happy 29 months, my goodness. Oh my goodness. If you have a broken streak, you get a new member message. Oh. But it doesn't say it's a streak, it just says like this many months. What was I saying? Oh yeah, yeah, so I have kind of social anxiety. I was mostly, I was still bad, but I was mostly okay at school. Like, I didn't feel nervous in school as much. But in public settings, I don't know why, I would get super, super anxious. Especially in, like, middle school, it was really bad. For some reason, in my head, I was like, everyone's looking at me and they're all making fun of me. Everyone's looking at me and making fun of me. Everyone's looking at me and making fun of me. Everyone's looking at me and making fun of me. To where, like, my legs would start to give out. Like, I would get so nervous. So, like, I remember there was one time I was out with my sister. Like, I'm totally fine if there's one other person with me. I'm totally fine if there's one other person with me. In fact, if I have company, I tend to become, like, a leader in a group. Like, I'm like, oh, we're gonna go this way. Let's go over here. We're gonna go to the coffee shop, ha ha ha. I'm fine. I wanna do this and that. Like, I have no problems when I'm with someone. If I'm on my own, if we're like, let's split up, then suddenly it's like... Everyone's looking at me. Everyone's looking at me and making fun of me. Everyone's looking at me and making fun of me. I don't know why. I don't know why. You're supposed to say mate. Did I not say mate? No. Did I not say mate? Did I not? Oh yeah, unwashed and hunched over wife material. No! I'm not pro girl failure, okay? I'm not pro, like, yes, that is me, but I don't think it should be idolized or anything like that. I don't think it's a good thing. I would rather be, I want to be a clean, pretty girl. Sorry. Oh my goodness. The neurosis is strong in this one. Isn't it? I'm pretty good now. I think I mostly grew out of it. You say that while taking 2 showers a week, Mozu. Yeah. It doesn't have to be idolized, but it can be appreciated. My thought is girl failure only works if they try and fail. Okay? It's girl failure, not girl never even started to not even it's girl failure, not girl never even tried. Okay? That's the point of girl failure. Girl failure is like, she tried to cook you a meal and it's awful. But she tried, right? Girl failure is she tried to put on a pretty outfit, but it looks really awkward and weird. But she tried, you know? That's the girl failure aspect. I think a lot of people lose that. Like, they sit there and I feel like the modern girl failure trope is like, sit and spread eagle when you didn't wash for 2 weeks. You're like, bro, I'm so hairy right now, bro. This monster has been here for like a month. Like, I feel like that's the new thing. Girl rotting. Yeah, it's more like rotting. That's not girl failure. That's girl never even wanted to try. If you have no shame in that, you're like, yep. Yep, I'm like, yep, I'm just gonna sing it out like, you know, all dirty and all this stuff. Yep, that's just me. I'm just real like that. Like, that's fine. You could be that, but don't be going around being like, I'm a girl failure. You're a girl. It's a slob. You're a slob. You're not a girl failure. Because girl failures have to try. Okay, that's my thought. Like Tomoko, for example. Everybody idolizes Tomoko. Tomoko tries though. She tries and fails. That's the point. She's a girl failure because she tries and she fails. That's the cute part. Is she's constantly trying and she can never make it. She's failing to try. Is she? Yeah, they're failing to try. They're still girl failures because they're failing to try? Well, no, because they're not even trying to try. There's not even like a start here. Truing. I like to call myself a girly pop. I think you Centeno. 0 effort, not Moe. High effort, but just lack the ability or fails, but still gives her all. Moe adorable, must protect. Goes quadruple if she's a quad amputee. It feels a little unfair to call a quad amputee a girl failure. Like, come on now. That's a little unfair, I think. That's a little unfair. What was I saying before the girl failure part? Speaking of, did your shower ever unclog? Yeah, eventually it just unclogged. I think whatever was clogged eventually dissolved from the massive amount of drain cleaner I put in it. Was the last time you washed? Like 2 days ago? What was I talking about before this? Before I went on the tangent of girl failure. I don't remember. Someone said I am a great storyteller. Really? I am? Tried to have working arms but failed. Ooh. Oh. Oi. Dayone? They need a sequel that's a girl that's mean to Tomoko because she seems too much of a normie. No. You are! I am? Yay! Dude, I'm always worrying I'm gonna run out of things to... Yeah, that's the thing. I was always told, especially when I was in a corpo, I was always told, like, oh, you can do a lot of Zatsudans, but you're gonna run out of stuff to talk about eventually. I don't know. I'm just like a motor mouth. whenever I get on stream, it just comes to me. Like, there's just 8 billion things for me to talk about at all times. I don't know. I know what to talk about. You guys seen the pineapple? Have you seen the pineapple? Okay, listen. Listen to me. Hold on. Even non-Zatsu streams are Zatsu streams. It is the case. It's how it is meant to be. Mozu, no! Alright, here's the thing. You guys might not have... Okay, if you haven't seen it, there's a new trend going around. I'm gonna say probably in lower income areas, right? Where people get a jar of pineapple and syrup. And they pour a cup of sugar in it. And they pour a packet of Kool-Aid in it. And it makes Kool-Aid pineapples. So it's like Kool-Aid marinated pineapples. Right? Is this a Twitter thing? No, it's more of a street thing. And you'll see some people, they'll take the pineapples out and they'll cover them in crushed Jolly Ranchers or candy, all this kind of stuff, right? Kool-Aid pickles have been around forever. I'm not interested in Kool-Aid pickles as much. What do you mean syrup? You know how like when you get like fruit cups, it's like fruit cups and water or fruit cups and syrup? They do it with pineapples and syrup, right? This being said, don't they add Jello powder? This being said, I tweeted I wouldn't mind trying a Kool-Aid pineapple, okay? But I wouldn't have it like that. I would just have fresh pineapple, and I would soak it in Kool-Aid. I would be fine to try that. Sounds kind of neat. Yeah, it doesn't sound bad. It's not uncommon to have, like, people do that a lot of the time. They do fruit in, like, juice or, like, a soda or something, and it absorbs the flavor, and you eat it. It's like a marinated fruit. Right? If you're not filling it with sugar, I think it should be fine. Just don't add all the sugar. Don't get the syrup ones. Just use fresh pineapple. Use some Kool-Aid or like another drink. I think that's fine. I think that's totally fine. Right? But people in my comments were like, Mozu, don't do it. Mozu, you're going to die if you do that. Didn't you see people are dying? And I'm like, guys, I drink pee. What do you mean I can't eat pineapples and Kool-Aid? Why would that kill me? And then the other thing is, it's so stupid. I mean, people going like, the Kool-Aid pineapples are killing people. They're killing people. Do you know? And it's like, okay, how is it killing people? What is it doing? Diabetics are eating it. And then diabetes. And it's like, yeah. Yes, if someone with diabetes eats a gigantic sugar bomb, they're gonna be sick. Like, what? Like, it's just like, the deadly TikTok trend. The deadly TikTok trend. Kool-Aid pineapple is killing people with diabetes. We need to stop this now. It's like, yeah, if you're diabetic, don't eat the super gigantic giga sugar bomb. It's like being like, the triple cheesy cheeseburger TikTok trend is killing people with lactose intolerance. We gotta stop this dark industry. It's like yeah. Don't eat it if you can't eat it. Number 15. Diabetes Kool-Aid. Pineapple. The last thing you'd expect in your syrup and pineapples is Kool-Aid. But as it turns out, that might be what you get. I don't know why Chills started talking about that. I remember when Chills used to not do it. Thank you, IDK name. Thank you. Ooh, very nice. Thank you. Kool-Aid Pineapple Son or Tide Pod Daughter. Dibiga. That's what I say. Yeah. My nose. Oh, thank you, Professor Jamal. Happy 31 months, my goodness. I always enjoy the stories you tell because you get so viscerally into the telling. So close to 36 months. Feels like it's been a lifetime already. Well, some people only live for 36 months, so it could be a lifetime. Yeah? Thank you, Professor Jamal. Thank you. If you guys had gotten pet rats at the start of your membership, they would be dead by now. Yeah. Dark. Thank you, Centennial. I have expired. Happy 37 months. It's over. I just enjoy when people that are normally pretty even-headed, but they'll be like, somebody needs to force TikTok to remove this. Like, it's one thing if you're like, that's trash, I would never eat that, that looks like slop. That's fine, whatever. But if you're like, people are dying, if you eat a Kool-Aid pineapple, we need to just kill you. Some people get that upset, I'm like, okay, hold on. We get, like, there's gimmick food every week, man. There's gimmick food every week. Dude, I'll take Kool-Aid pineapple over Dubai chocolate any day of the week. Dubai chocolate's disgusting. Do you know what Dubai chocolate is in my head? Dubai chocolate is like dusty and bloomed because it's in a huge freaking display at your local like 5 and below that nobody's bought because nobody's gonna go out of their way to pay extra money for something called Dubai chocolate when they can get a Hershey bars for less. Right? Or like literally anything else. Get a Milka bar. Milka bar is probably cheaper than a Dubai chocolate bar. And it actually tastes good. And that comes from somebody that likes pistachios. That's not what Dubai chocolate is to me. Well, I know the other thing, but let's not talk about that. It's also like, don't eat a full jar of it. Yeah. And don't put extra sugar in it. It's already super sugary. It's Kool-Aid. And it's pineapple. It doesn't need extra sugar. Oh, my 24-karat Dubai chocolate Labubu. Do people still like Labubus? I haven't heard anybody talk about it in a while. The other thing continues to elude me. What? Dubai chocolate? I don't know. Why is your title no pants? Wouldn't you like to know? I don't know. Please don't mention it. I'd finally be freed of Labubu talk. Labubus are whatever. They're like, there's blind box junk. That's all I can think. Topic I never see discussed. The guy that sucks down that one pineapple slice. You know this guys aren't gonna let him live it down. I don't know. The guy that sucks down that one pineapple slice. What's the one pineapple slice? What's that? Yes, we would like to know. Yes, we would like to know. I once had a broke-off friend with a VR chat addiction that suddenly went on a solo Dubai vacation and came back with expensive stuff. I haven't respected him since. Hiya! Oh, the other thing people do is they'll do watermelon or pineapple, like dipped in like Jolly Ranchers or melted taffy. That's another one people do. I would eat that too. That sounds yummy. That sounds yummy. I think that sounds yummier than dipped in like chocolate. You know, people do dipped in chocolate, but honestly, I don't think that works for more tropical flavors. Right? I think Jolly Ranchers would pair better with that. I love like fresh fruit with a crispy shell. Watermelon sounds like it wouldn't work very well. It depends if you like watermelon. I mean, there's watermelon Jolly Ranchers, so. Melted taffy sounds pretty rad. I know some add warheads too. Well, I don't think warheads taste good, but I can't taste sour, so that's why. It's not even from, made in, or invented by Dubai. It's so stupid. Dubai chocolate. It's not appealing. It's not appealing. I like pistachio stuff. The issue is like, I'm so used to just seeing like, I've never eaten Dubai chocolate, I should say. But I'm so used to seeing like the dust, like literally coated in dust, Dubai chocolate like displays that it makes me kind of disgusted by them. I just think of like old stale chocolate nobody bought. Well, dude, I have an old 64 that my family used to own. It's been outside for over 10 years in the rain and snow and bad weather. Decided to take it apart and see if I could salvage any parts for one of the other entity force on that's not working. Turns out that was the first time. Turns out the one that was force that's not working. Turns out the one that was in this was outside for 10 years works. Okay, so you had a Nintendo 64. You were taking it apart to try and see if you could get parts to fix one that had been inside. And it turns out the one that was outside for 10 years is working. Okay, that's cool. Wait, so that's kind of crazy. It survived being outside for that long? I get worried. Guys, okay, wait, collectors. Collector friends. Okay. What do you guys do if you have a collection of electronics, but you don't really have much space in your house to store them? Do you guys store them, like, because I always thought that you can't store them in, like, a garage or an attic because they'll get destroyed, right? Am I accurate in thinking that? Is that accurate? I thought that they would, like, get a storage locker. A storage locker? Are those temperature controlled? Why would they get destroyed? I thought, like, humidity and, like, fluctuations of heat and cold could destroy electronics. That's one pretty sturdy console. Also, they can be. The indoor ones are. If you go to a yard sale and you see someone is storing a CRT in the garage, like, is it likely that it's broken? They do get destroyed. The temperature variance will kill it. So it's the temperature variance that is more likely to kill it. Oh, welcome! Thank you, Judy Charm. Thank you so much for reading. Hello, hello. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome, welcome. Hello, thank you. I'm talking about, well, first off, hello, Mozumi Pichi, nice to meet you. Go, go! Main Dolph Ranger of Vtuber group V-Dere. Right now I'm asking, how do people with big technology collections go about storing their electronics to keep them from getting degraded in, like, temperature variance or humidity? It depends on where they live, to be honest. I live somewhere with a very high amount of temperature variance. People love to talk about, like, oh, yeah, one day it's cold here, the next day it's hot. It's so crazy. It really be like that here, though. I've been to other places in the world. It can literally be 90 degrees one day here, and then the next day it'll be like 55 degrees. It really, yeah, it jumps up and down all the time. That's why we get hurricanes. That's why we get all the hurricanes. Hi, I hope you have a nice stream. Thank you! Thank you, I hope you had a good one too. Thank you, thank you. Don't like the weather, just wait an hour. Temperature control is good. You also want to keep them free of dust or other contaminants. Are you looking to go yard shopping, Museum? Well, I've always wanted to get more retro games, right? And retro game consoles. But the thing is like, I don't have a lot of storage space in my house. Like, okay. So here's the other thing. I have a lot of, like, technology I'm not using as well. But you already own a yard. Right? I would love to get retro game consoles. But the other thing is I already have, like, a bunch of technology. And it's filled up in boxes. In my, in my closets. So, how do I describe? Like, I have, my audio boxes, all of my ASMR gear. I have controllers. I don't have many controllers. The thing is, okay, I have enough space for it right now. Right? I have enough space for everything right now. But if I did want to get into collecting them, I wouldn't have space. I wouldn't have space if I did want to collect them. And the other problem is, like, my main closet has just been converted to where nothing can be stored in it except clothes. Right? The only thing that can be stored in my big closet is clothes. There's no space. Like, there's no... It's literally built so that it can only hold clothes at this point. So, I only have the two small closets, like the sliding door closets, for that storage, and then my TV console. For electronics. If you could carve out a space for it, you'll have someplace to actually set it up. Like, I wish I could have a room to just set up my stuff because it's a hassle setting things up and tearing them down. Oh, yeah. How many consoles are you going to end up getting? Like 3 to 5 max? Or do you want to expand into ones you've never had before too? Ideally, I'd want to do ones I've never had before. Right? Because I wanna get the experience of consoles I've never tried. Like, I grew up with... Well, first off, my first consoles I really played on were like the PS2 and the GameCube, I guess. Were the oldest ones that we had in the house that I remember. Because before I played on those, I played PC games. On my on I don't know what it was, but it was a really, really old computer. Like a giga old computer with a CRT monitor that like came with the PC, right? Honestly, for long-term keepy, carrying the consoles is a way bigger risk than storing them in most place indoors. Dropping them is the death knell. Well, yeah, I'm not concerned about storage indoor. Like, I think they would be fine indoors. It's just, what do you do with technology in general if you want to move it somewhere? Like, if you want to use your garage or something, is it just like you just can't do it at all? How retro are you thinking? Like Atari and all the other stuff that isn't XB, PS, or N? Atari might be a little too old. Even though I will say I love how the Atari looks. I kind of miss I miss the super old consoles that tried to look like furniture. I liked that. But then here's the problem, okay? We have the super old consoles that look like furniture, and then we have the old consoles that they are unique in the American market, right? Because they want them to look more cool and professional, so that people would buy them. So then it looks cooler in Japan because they look like toys. Like the Famicom. I think Famicom looks way better in Japan than it does in America. Right? That kind of thing. So, flip-flops. Yeah, those Pong consoles. Yeah, they literally have like